So everyone, you did real good on your presentation. We're about to get started on a lesson I made for us. Real fast, I'm going to call up the rows to come take a seat on the corner, nice and calm. Let's go with row 1 and row 5 first.
Do you need the projector or no?
Yes.
The mouse is up there. Is the mouse up there? We'll go with this one second, please. Thank you,
Okay, could I have row 2 and row 4? And then everyone else. Alright.
You want to do what?
Just for the background. I can't get it to work over there. The mouse doesn't want to work. Okay. Thank you for doing so quietly.
Like that?
Yes, perfect. Okay, I'm just gonna write a phrase on the board real fast and we'll get to that. Today I have a little book for us. I will read to you. And then after that we have a quick little fun activity that I made. Okay. So, yes, it's just a little word thing. It is like a little free write. We'll get to that. First, before we do anything, I just want to have a little brainstorm. What do we know about role models? So can I have some volunteers? Let's go with Ben.
They're like someone you look up to.
Yes, okay, perfect. Someone we look up to. What does that mean? You want to elaborate real fast?
Me?
Yeah.
Um,
Do we actually look up to them with this? No.
Like someone that you like. Yeah, like want to be like.
Okay, yeah, I like that. You want to, what's your opinion?
For someone you look up to.
Yeah.
Someone you look up to. I think that means like someone you appreciate.
That is a good word, appreciate. Love that. Okay. Any other thoughts on Gracie? I'd love to hear from you.
So I think it is like someone who you like people want to follow in footsteps or just be confident with them.
Ooh, okay, confident. That's a good word. So follow their footsteps.
Or be confident.
Yes. Okay, so with that in mind, what do you think makes a good role model, like a positive one? So we know what a role model is, but what makes a good role model? Okay, one moment. Yeah, go ahead.
Being positive in any situation.
Positive. Love that. Okay. Positivity is important. Who else? Yes, I'd love to hear from you.
They do a lot of good deeds and
Good deeds. Okay. I'll take one more. Do we have any new voices? Eddie, do you want to take a guess? What is something that makes a good role model? Want me to come back to you? What was it? Helpful? Ooh, yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Just because you're so excited, go ahead.
being friendly.
Friendly, love it. Okay, so let's keep these in mind. These are all important things as role models that we just kind of discussed are people that teach us who we really want to be and how we want to live. So I have a fun little reading. It is called Say Something by Peter Reynolds. If we all were to look at this cover, I'll kind of go around so you can see it. We could look closely at what's on it and what we might think about, or the book might be about. We can make some predictions based off the title and the art. So you get a closer look. There's a shirt on this guy that says, I have a dream. That sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Where have we heard that?
Martin Luther King.
Martin Luther King, okay.
I want to see it.
Do you want to see it? Let's see closer.
That's it.
This shirt right here says, I have a dream. There's a boy in a wheelchair. There's a boy holding an instrument, a singing, someone with a pea shirt. So there's a lot going on here. Boys and girls. Oh, wait. Okay. So, based off this cover page, the art and the title, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think this book's going to be about? Okay, yes, sir.
They're all gonna say something like be helpful maybe.
Yeah, for sure. Gracie?
I think they're gonna say something, but using the instruments and the voices.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And then go ahead.
I think there's like in the book, I think there's a lot of people that would look up to one another.
Okay, so let's find out. Let's begin. So on this first page, I put it on here. It's a little bit blurry, but there's a lot of little speech bubbles going on. There's some that like really made me think that I like them. For example, there's one right here. It says, "Take a stand." This sounds familiar. This sounds like something that some of our historical figures that we just did our presentations on. Like Calvin, I think yours would say that, right? Who did you do yours on?
Malcolm X.
Malcolm X. Do you think you would say take a stand?
Yeah.
And fight for your voice matters. Let's stand together. Some of these things, a lot of the people you presented on, I feel like they would say. We got peace. We got listen and learn. Stay strong. Let's right the wrong. A lot of these things, like justice. These are a lot of the positive qualities that I think we have already kind of touched on. Okay, so let's continue reading. First page. The world needs your voice. Mine, yes, yours. Go ahead. It doesn't need to be perfect as long as it's from your heart. Cute. Okay. You don't have to be loud. Powerful words can be a whisper. You can say something in so many ways, with words, with action, and with creativity. Okay. Yes. What's on her shirt? That is a good question. Oh, it's just a little decoration. It's just a smaller version of this. Okay. If you see someone lonely, say something. Okay. There's a boy that's sad, and he comes over here and comforts him.
There's another speech bubble on the other page.
Good eyes. Yep. Say something by just being there for them. Right? I think I said that. If you see an empty canvas, say something with your brush.
Yes.
Right? Art is creativity. If you see an empty lot, say something by planting a seed and watching it bloom. What was that? Pretty flowers. Yes. Okay. If you see someone being hurt, say something by being brave. See, there's someone being bullied, and he goes, "Hey, stop!" And then he stops and he prevents.
That's not what it says.
Okay, do we have some thoughts on this page?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Ben.
I don't think that would happen.
You don't think that would happen? Really? No?
Not at all.
You know, if somebody says to stop, they will beat them up.
The bully.
Well, I guess there's something, you think it won't happen, maybe you could be the example, right? If you ever see it, you can be the example, you can make it happen. Okay. Alright, let's pull it back
I
in.
tried to tell Effie to step away.
True. Okay.
Effie doesn't bully you.
Yes,
she does. No, she doesn't.
Three. Boys and girls.
She stopped.
Hey.
She still does.
3.
Oh,
Thank you.
why do you think she's the best person?
If you see something beautiful, say something with a poem.
I said, why is she?
Derby. Listen, thank you. If you see something beautiful, say something with a poem.
I said, why is she?
If you have a brilliant idea, say something with confidence. What is she doing in this picture? Go ahead and voice it out.
Experimenting.
Experimenting. Science, right?
Yeah.
What is this right here? What is it? A microscope, right? So she's doing something with science and she's going to prove something. Mhm.
I want to help with
If you want to show the world who you are, say something with style.
Ta-da! Oh yeah, we're onion
If you are angry, say something to help people understand. See over here? What are they doing? Arguing?
Yeah.
And over here she says, you make me feel invisible. That really hurt. And he says, I'm really sorry. So they're talking about their problems. She's making him understand. If you see an injustice, say something peacefully. You have a sign, no more hurting people, peace. And then over here it says, inspire others to do the same. And there's a lot of little artwork. You can take a little look. Mm-hmm.
No more hurting people.
Just to see little examples.
Wait, a pretzel? Wait, where's the pretzel?
Yeah, it looks like a pretzel with a peace
Can I
sign.
see?
Yeah. One more look.
Oh, it looks like a
It is a peace sign, I promise you.
It looks like a pretzel.
Okay, back to it. Sometimes you'll say something and no one will be listening, but keep saying what is in your heart and you'll find someone who listens. If you are grateful for being alive, quietly say something to the stars and to the universe. Some people find it easier to say something than others, but everyone has something to say. And then if you look at the art, someone over here is saying, I hope, there's I believe, join us, I wish, together we can, I'm ready to change the world, and I imagine. This is all the people on the same cover page.
It is?
It's just on this page too. So it's the same thing here, just here. Okay. So, but everyone has something to say. So when you're ready, say something. Your voice can inspire, heal, and transform. Your voice can change the world. Are you ready to say something?
Yes. Oh.
Okay, so the end. Okay, give it a round of applause. For the book. Okay. Now that we read, what do we think? What do you think the author was trying to get us to learn from this? Derby, I would love to hear from you.
To be nice and deal with problems.
To be nice and deal with problems. I really like the page where when the student or the person was angry, they found ways to use their words, right? To kind of voice. I really like that. Was a good example. Gracie, yes?
So they went to this thing, and then like it's okay. Every voice makes a difference.
Every voice makes a difference. Dominic, do you have an answer for this?
I like when the guy was sad,
Mm-hmm.
and then he went to like and then he went over there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was sad.
Okay. Sean, what do you think you got out of this? What did you like?
I forgot.
You forgot? No worries. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
What I like from this story is that they're telling other people to like speak up
Mm-hmm.
and use their own voices.
Yeah.
Like just to be heard from somebody else.
And there's a lot of different ways to do this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so similar to that, let's think about this. Pulling it back, before we started reading, we started discussing role models and what they were.
Yeah.
So tying it back to this, there's a lot of different ways. Hey boys, up here. Okay, there's a lot of different ways, right, that they talked about that these people can make a difference. So similar to that, bringing it back to being a role model, a question I would like to pose is, are you ready? Okay. Do you think there's just one rule to how you can be a positive role model, or are there different ways? Yeah,
Honesty?
honesty, okay. So is that just one example? Like, do you think that's the one thing that makes it, or do you think there's a lot of different ways you can be a good role model?
A lot of
A lot of ways? Yes.
Some of the ways to be a role model is being creative, hopeful, and appreciate what they've done for you.
Yeah. Okay, so there's a lot of, like she said, and like you guys all kind of touched on. Yes, Derby.
You shouldn't be following in anyone's footsteps because then it makes you look like a lower one.
It makes you look like a lower one. Would you like to elaborate on that so I can understand?
It makes you look like that they're better than you.
Like they're better than you?
No, and you're just a little kid who worships them and everything they do.
How about this perspective? Derby, hear me out. What if you just think that they're a good person and you want to kind of find ways to be like them? It doesn't mean they're better, but everyone is a combination of different people. Everyone affects us, right? I've learned things from friends, I've learned things from family, from teachers. All the things I think that they do good and they do right, I'm like, I like this, I'm gonna do it this way, right? And then you just kind of try and find ways to be like them. So it's not
So
necessarily,
yeah, you want to be exactly like.
well, not their clone, right? It's just you like what they're doing and you want to not be like them, but do something similar, right?
Yeah.
You like their values, their beliefs, their behavior. You think it's good. Right. So there is different ways to be a role model. There's athletes. An athlete could be a good role model. There's singers, there's ballerinas like Mr. Jonai.
Yes.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if you refer to it as a ballerina or just
As a ballerina.
or both.
Both. So, and there's friends, there's teachers, there's parents, family members. Anyone could be a good role model, right? Okay, so with that said, and with everything in mind, we have a little writing activity goes with this. Yeah, here's a question. Yes? Or were you just, okay, stretching? Okay. So with that in mind, in a moment, not yet, we're going to have a little writing activity. I'm just going to go through the directions. No, I promise you, it's lots of fun. It's all about you. Do you have a question? Yes. Okay, so I'm going to get to that, right? Can I have everyone's attention, please? Okay, boys and girls? Okay, so here's what we're going to do. It looks like this. There is front and back. I'll go through the questions. What we are going to be doing is practicing what we learned from this book and also how we know about writing. This is like a creative writing, like these exercises we do all the time. But I want you to write in full sentences, like complete sentences, like restate the question. So buzzwords, like because. I think this because. And then from there, the questions are, what are 3 things you really want to do in your life? Easy enough. If you could do anything to make the world a better place, what would it be? What 5 words do you think describe you best? Who is your role model? What are they like? So this is why we kind of touched on this before with the reading. What are you good at? What are you most grateful for? What are things you would like to do to make others happy? And what makes you happy? You could do these in any order. And as long as you just kind of get to it, restate it, like I said, restate the question, full sentences. Just explain your reasoning. There is no wrong answers. These are all about you. So make it fun. Use your creativity. It's just a little fun exercise for writing. You can work together. We'll have quiet voices though. And I don't want to have like same answers because like I said, it is all about you.
Yeah.
So I will, in a second, I'll call people that can go back to their desks. We're going to do it quietly. And then when we do so, can I have my 2 paper passers? That is Eddie and Calvin, right? Okay. I'll have them help pass it out. So before we go back to our seats, can I have someone remind me what we're doing? What is expected? Okay. Give me 5. Give me 4. Give me 3, 2, 1. Just need 1 more second of your time. Can someone remind me what is expected of you? Yeah, go ahead. Yep. Boys. Boys. Okay. Yep. She reminded us we're just using what we learned to write on this creatively, and we are restating sentences. Okay. Can I have girls go take a seat? Yes.
Are you recording us?
Boys, go ahead and take a seat. Okay. Can I have my paper plasters, please? Thank you, Chloe. Thank you, Sean. Perfect. Okay, so they're coming around slowly but surely. Does anyone have any questions? I know we restated what we're doing, but does anyone have any questions about this? Yes, go ahead. What is integrity? Ooh, that's a good question. Anyone want to answer Boda's question or take a stab at it? What is integrity? Nobody knows. I don't think that's on here, but integrity is basically, I think, stick on the same. Okay. You guys didn't get any yet? You can work in partners at other tables. Does everyone have a paper? Raise your hand if you do not. Keep it raised.
I don't have this doesn't work.
Okay. You can do pencil a moment.
I don't have a pencil.
Any other questions? I'll be coming around also to help make sure we're all on the right track and if we have any understanding.
Yeah.